Are flock cameras being used for surveillance? Let's investigate. What is Flock really? Flock Safety is a privately held American manufacturer and operator of surveillance hardware and software. They are particularly known for the automated license plate readers that have caused a buzz across the country. It is alleged that the startup has quietly installed over 100,000 AI-powered surveillance cameras across more than 4,000 American cities. Now, to understand how we got here, you first need to understand that Flock is not a traditional camera company. Historically, automatic license plate readers are mounted at specific points on highways or on top of squad cars. They were expensive and bulky, and for those mounted on squad cars, that meant that they could only scan vehicles that a police cruiser actively passed. Flock completely upended that model. They put them on major intersections and choke points like neighborhood entrance, strip malls, parking lots, and school zones. Flock infrastructure is also considerably cheaper compared to traditional automated license plate readers that were mounted on squad vehicles or along highway. Flock devices are powered by solar panels and rechargeable batteries, allowing them to operate in locations without access to utility power. And they are mounted either on flock supplied poles or lampposts and telephone poles. But the real secret sauce isn't the hardware on the pole, it is the AI running inside it. Flock software, named Talon, does far more than just read number plates on a piece of metal. It uses computer vision to create what Flock calls a vehicle fingerprint. It scans for over 15 distinct attributes like roof racks, bumper stickers, aftermarket trims, missing hubcaps, tinted windows, the vehicle color, even damaged body panels. If a suspect commits a robbery in a red pickup truck with a cracked windshield and no license plate, police don't need the license plate number anymore. They just type the features or the parameters into the Flock search bar, and within seconds, the system queries millions of scanned to find. They just type those features or parameters into Flock search bar, and within seconds, the system queries millions of scans to find every matching vehicle. To law enforcement, this is a dream, but to individual private citizens like you and me, this could be a nightmare. Because what happens when thousands of these isolated Flock grids join together to build a nationwide map of everywhere you go? When an homeowner or a homeowner association or police department buys this service, they are told the data belongs to them and is stored securely in the cloud and deleted automatically after 30 days, which sounds reasonable. What they are not told is how easily the isolated island of data stitched together through a feature called nation data sharing. A police department in Georgia can opt to share its Flock feed with a department in Texas, Illinois, or California. With a single toggle switch, a local camera ceases to be local. They become nodes in a seamless, borderless, and a nationwide tracking grid. If you drive across state lines to visit a family, attend a political rally, or seek medical care, your routine trip creates a digital breadcrumb trail spanning hundreds of miles, searchable by thousands of officers. This brings us to the ultimate legal loophole. In 2018, the Supreme Court ruled in Capita versus United States that the government needs a warrant to track your historical cell phone location data. The court recognized that knowing everywhere a person goes reveals the intimate details of their life, religion, their doctor's visit, their relationships, who are their friends. But Flock dodges this ruling entirely through clever positioning. Because the cameras are owned by private entities or are placed on public roads, and because you are running or driving on public road, the law treats this data as open information. No warrants required, no probable cause needed. An officer can type in your license plate simply because they are curious and see everywhere you have driven in the past 1 month. Now think what that actually means. Independent audits of automated license plate reader systems consistently reveal 99.9% of vehicles scanned belong to people suspected of absolutely nothing. So, in other words, to catch the 0.1% who commit crimes, we have agreed to put the other 99.9% of law abiding citizens under perpetual automated surveillance. When you build a system that processes tens of millions of data points every single day, two things are guaranteed to happen. The technology will make mistakes and humans will abuse it. First, let's start with AI systems being used. The algorithm reading the license plate frequently misinterprets characters and mislead letters. A dirty plate or a hitch trailer blocking a certain number turns a completely innocent driver into a flagged target. Even worse, when a flock camera flags a plate as stolen, the system does not issue a polite query like saying it is 80% sure, 50% sure, or 30% sure. It triggers a high risk stop. When this comes into the officer's dashboard, they come to you full speed. Officers pull up behind the target vehicle with weapons drawn, yelling commands over loudspeakers, ordering drivers out of their cars at gunpoint. All because an AI misread a single letter on a family minivan during a grocery run. In fact, automated errors are only half the problem. The other issue audits across various police departments have revealed is a pattern of routine abuse. Officers using the system to track ex-partners, stalk romantic rivals, monitor political opponents, or look up neighbors out of pure curiosity. When you create a search engine for the physical movement of human beings, the line between public safety and personal espionage becomes dangerously thin. For years, Flock expanded completely unchecked. But as the sheer scale of the network has come to light, a pushback has started to build. Civil liberties organizations, city councils, and local communities are finally starting to ask tough questions. Several cities have revoked their Flock contracts after discovering that local data was being shared across state lines. While lawmakers scramble to set boundaries for today's technology, Flock is already moving to the next frontier. They are not stopping at license plate readers. They are actively expanding into integrated acoustic gunshot detection, live video streaming, and automated drone response system. The goal is an interconnected autonomous system capable of tracking movement, sound, visual identifiers across cities in real time. Which brings up the question: how much privacy are we willing to give up to feel secure? Because once a surveillance network of this scale is fully built, history shows us one thing: it almost never gets dismantled. Surveillance networks don't really appear overnight with ground announcement or public debates. They arrive quietly. They arrive in the name of safety, wrapped in promises of lower crime rates and peace of mind for your family. And that what makes the technology like block safety so complex. Yes, it does catch criminals. It does help to solve problems. But in exchange, it fundamentally alters the agreement we had in public spaces for years. The idea that when you step outside your front door, you aren't automatically creating a permanent record of your day. Thank you for watching.